Hello and welcome to our reflection this Tuesday, the 2nd of December. The reading is from the book of Revelation, chapter 22. Then the angel showed me a river of the water of life as clear as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb, down the middle of the main street of the city. On either side of the river stood a tree of life, bearing 12 kinds of fruit and yielding a fresh crop for each month. And the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. Now, yesterday, the 1st of December, the world commemorates AIDS Day. Those who have or died or live with HIV and AIDS. Now, let me tell you a true story. I can't mention names, of course. A clergyman, some while after he tested positive with HIV, discovered that the job came up as a senior lecturer in theology at the theological college. Knowing that he had the credentials, he applied, and he was invited by the bishop to accept the post. After the interview with the bishop, he was deeply concerned because he did not disclose his status as being HIV positive. Worried, he then went back to the bishop and informed him that he would not be taking up the post. And when the bishop asked him his reason, he hesitated, saying, "Please, just give the job to another, as you will not want me to do that work." And his thoughts were that the bishop would probably kick him out of the ministry, as has happened in many instances with persons of AIDS. He then disclosed to the bishop that he was HIV positive. The bishop came over to him and hugged him and laid hands on him and prayed for him and said to him, "My son, you are right. You will not get that job at the seminary. Instead, you are God's gift to the church and to the country. And I will like you to head up the church's campaign with the state to fight against AIDS." Now, there are many such stories I can relate to you during my ministry with people afflicted with many illnesses as well as AIDS. You see, the problem with AIDS was and is in many instances and circles remain that of being a stigma, and so great that many fear they will lose their jobs, their work. They will be ostracized by family, by friends. And of course, many have been rejected by the church simply for not fully understanding that our God is a God of compassion. A God is a God of cure and not of curse. Our God is a God of healing and not of hindering. So, my friends, during this Adventide, as the season of preparation towards the world receiving the greatest gift in Jesus, who became our number one teacher of all that is good, of all that is kind, and all that is compassionate, and who teaches us much about the leaves of life that are for the healing of the nations. It thus becomes a time of hope. Hope that the great stigma of AIDS may itself be eradicated one day. Hope also that the coronavirus may soon, through medication, become a virus of the past. Soon, and very soon, we hope. So we lift up our hearts and our minds to the God of hope, that he may positively infuse a sense of hope for the world, that we may all become part of the leaves of the trees that are for the healing of the nations. And so, my dear friends, I bid you God bless, keep well, and stay safe as part of the leaves of the healing for the nations. Here from Bromley.